Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if you are new. We are back today with another memory plan with me, and this week we are planning out the week of May 15th through to May 21st. It was quite a while now, so I don't remember much of what happened this week, so I'm going to have to rely strongly on my planner that I have next to me to remember. I'm just having a bit of a look at it now. Seems like another pretty chill, pretty regular week for me. But the kit that I am using this week is a kit from Mum and Me Handmade Designs. And it is absolutely gorgeous. It is very autumnal. It is, I can't think of the word. It is paired with, that's not the word I wanted, but that's what we're going with. It is paired with rose gold foil. So you'll see in the plans that when we sort of start laying down the full boxes, there are like, from here you can't really see, but they're kind of like a black or a blacked out section. Those parts are foil, and when you see the wiggle at the end, you'll see how perfectly foiled this kit is. There is the perfect amount of foil in each of the full boxes, nothing too crazy, which I really love. And then of course you have the glitter or confetti glitter headers, the foiled date headers, and it is just literal perfection. I remember when I was choosing kits for this month and when I did my kit lineup video, I was so incredibly excited to use this kit. I know that I mentioned in the kit lineup, I think it was in the kit lineup, that I had seen this art done by so many other stores, and I just kept coming back to this one. I don't know whether it was the foil. I don't know what it was, but this kit is absolutely gorgeous, and I currently have the hiccups that just came out of nowhere, so forgive me if you hear me hiccuping. If you hear me hiccuping, oh my god, I don't know why I continue to think the voiceovers are the best option for me, because honestly, I don't think I can ever get through a single voiceover without like choking on my tongue, without fumbling my words. Like it's just a thing here on this channel. So welcome if you are new. That's just, I feel like it's my signature brand. Like I can't speak. It is what it is. So we're just gonna roll with it. But really love this kit. I don't know how I feel about the date headers though. I think they're maybe too chunky for this kit. Like I feel like this kit is super delicate, and then the headers are really chunky. Maybe it's the color. Maybe if it was like one of the lighter oranges, I might have preferred it. I don't know. But all in all, this kit turned out absolutely beautifully. I'm very happy with it. So first things first, we're laying down the base at the moment. I did use some Girl Boss Anna underlays. I'm running so low on underlays and bougie boxes, you guys. So if you know of anywhere that does sell overlay tapes at a reasonable price, please let me know, because I really need to stock up, even just on my like foil basics, like the gold, the silver, the rose gold, because I'm basically out. And even when I don't foil every part of a spread, I always use underlays now, or like overlays as an underlay or bougie box. So really need to stock up. So this week, much of the same. The sidebar is my like go-to sidebar. So I've got my 2 full boxes there. I've tracked my socials, so both my Instagram and my YouTube following. And then I've noted down the book that I was reading this week. And then in the top left-hand corner, I've just done a little bit of deco there. So I've used some paint splodges from Planner Face, and then I just pulled some deco from the kit just to make it look a little bit, you know, fancier, give it some pizzazz. And again, really happy with how this one turned out. I am looking at this now. I think I was meant to put like a rose gold divider or some sort of like, I don't know, something, because I leave a bit of a white space gap between like that top corner and the full box that I put there. I'll have to fix that, but it is what it is. And you'll see now I'm just laying down those date headers. Let me know your thoughts. Am I just too picky? But I don't know. Let me know. So I'm just getting started on the sidebar now. And then, of course, we will go ahead and jump into the day by day. But I'm going to go ahead and get started Before I do, for anyone who may not know, or this is the first video that you are seeing from my channel, I don't actually mention where each of the stickers that I lay down are from. So if you do have any questions about any specific stickers, drop your questions in the comment section below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, I always link the stores that I have used throughout each individual spread in the description box. So you can always have a bit of a squiz at that, click on the links and see if there's anything there you like. But otherwise, like I said, if you do have any specific questions, drop it in the comments and I will get back to you. But first things first, we are starting on a Monday. So as I mentioned in the last video, for anyone who may have seen it, Mondays at this time were the days of the week when I had to go into the office. So the first thing that I've actually marked on Monday is that I went into the office. The other thing that I found a little bit more difficult with this kit that I've just remembered is that the layout, or the format rather, is very different to the kits that I tend to use. So I tend to gravitate towards Plannerface, Scribble Prints Co., and they have quite a variation of different box sizes. They have rounded boxes, they have little things, they have, quarter boxes, 3/4 boxes, half boxes, whereas this kit was very heavy on half boxes and quarter boxes. I know that since I have filmed this and since I used this kit, the kit format has changed dramatically. So there's now a whole lot more in terms of variation, box sizes, that sort of thing. So I'm super, super excited to use some of the kits from Mum and Me very, very soon in the new format. But this was, of course, the older format. So I did struggle a little bit with the plans, but I obviously make it work. The second thing that I marked on Monday was that my period arrived, the joys of being a woman. So I've popped that in there. And then naturally with that comes, all of the fun things, the bloating, the headaches, the fatigue, all of that. So I've actually then marked that I was so tired. That afternoon, I pretty much sat on the couch and became one with the couch, and I watched some YouTube. I also did a little bit of laundry, and then I basically spent the rest of the evening on Twitch watching my friend stream. Over on to Tuesday, I have marked there at the top of the day that I, of course, worked. And for anyone who's been around a while, you know that when I mark work, I tend to mark it in the same way throughout the entirety of the spread. So that's what I've done. I've then marked that, once again, I was incredibly exhausted this day. Again, the joys of Aunt Flo. This day I did a mark that we got a delivery from Pet Circle. So that is our dog food delivery. We have like an auto subscription where you save a little bit of money because you're on like an ongoing subscription. So our dog food ships every 3 weeks. It is quite expensive, but my dogs seem to love it and I love my dogs. So it is what it is. And the fact that I can order it and get it delivered straight to my door without any like issue at all makes me very happy. So there's that. I then marked on this day that I had a bit of a headache. And then I've marked, of course, having, my afternoon coffee. I have this thing where I have like a coffee as I'm starting work for the day. I have like a morning tea type coffee. Then I have like an afternoon tea type coffee. And then I have like a coffee in the afternoon after I finish work. I don't know why, but I do. And then I've just marked that again. I spent the evening unwinding. So I've just used a cute little candle from the kit, of the deco of the kit, to mark that. And then Tuesday evening, my husband and I, after we had some dinner, we chilled out on the couch together and we had a little bit of a Supernatural binge watch because I was going to say we were watching Supernatural back then, but literally 15 seasons we've just finished, I think like a couple of weeks ago. So we finished in either the last week of October or like the first week of November, or maybe it crossed over. I don't know, but it was a couple of weeks ago. So it took us like 6 months, I think, to watch all 15 seasons. And that's pretty much what we were doing like this whole entire like year. Monday to Friday is generally like binge watch, and then we, depending, we'll either watch a movie on Friday and then a movie on Saturday, or just on Saturday. I don't know, depends how we feel. But we definitely did watch some Supernatural on Tuesday. Over on to Wednesday. Come on, planner Melissa, catch up, please. On Wednesday, I've started the day by marking work, and then I have noted down that it was a long day. I had quite a couple of long days in this month, and I think it was just a matter of the workload being quite a lot at work, and me. I don't know, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So when I'm working, I tend to like focus on like quality, and then I start to stress out because the quality takes up time, and then I'm not getting as much work done as other people in my team because I'm spending so much time on the quality of things. And it's just this whole thing. But I marked that it was a long day because I obviously did some extra hours on this day. I've also marked on this day that I did an unstack and restack of the dishwasher, like yay, adulthood. This is when you know like it's a really, really, really uneventful day because I'm marking chores. Um, I've also marked that I did some laundry, and then apparently this day I got a delivery from iHerb. I'm sure everyone is familiar with iHerb. It's basically a place where you can go online and order like supplements. You can order herbs if that's your thing. But I get all of my supplements. Well, no, sorry, I get one of my supplements through there. I also get some melatonin through there. Haven't used melatonin in a while, but that's where I get it. And then I marked that I chilled with the boys, which pretty much just means my husband and I sat on the couch with our dogs and chilled out after work. I marked that I uploaded a video this night, and then this particular night I finished the book I was reading. So I finished the book called Fear from the Gone series. Over onto Thursday. So again, I started the day off by marking work, and then, wouldn't be me if I didn't have at least 2 to 3 headaches a week, but I marked that I had another headache on Thursday. Woe is me. I then marked that I had a cup of coffee, so that was like my afternoon coffee. And then I had my bi-weekly, is that every 3 weeks? Am I correct in saying that? But I had my waxing and nail appointment. So basically every 3 weeks I go and get my waxing done, and on the same day I then go and get my nails done as well. It's just how I work. It means I don't have to spend my weekend going and getting it done. So that's just kind of my routine now. So I did that. When I was walking to my appointment this particular day, I've marked that I saw an old friend. This old friend is someone that was once upon a time very near and very dear to me, and was actually the maid of honor at my wedding. But we had quite the falling apart, one of many. We've had many, many falling outs throughout the years. But this one was kind of just that final straw, and we haven't spoken since a couple of months after my wedding. So I think it's been 5 years now that we've not spoken. And I saw her in the shops, and it was kind of the first time I'd seen her. So I don't know, I got in my feels a little bit. Like, I have no intention of going back to that friendship, but you know how you kind of just like you kind of reminisce, and like the good times were great, and then yeah, I got a little bit emo. So I marked that I saw my old friend. My sleep test results from the previous week actually came back on this day as well. And basically, long story short, I have like a mild form of sleep apnea. My sleep quality is like 84% or something. So they basically encourage me to try and refrain from sleeping on my back where I can. But other than that, like my sleep's not really affected in that way. I've then marked having an early night. By early night, I mean that I've gone to bed at like 9 at 9:30 as opposed to like 11:30. And then to help me sleep, because I was a little bit stressed and I was a little bit worried, I did mark that that evening I spent some time listening to ASMR because it helps soothe me and it helps put me to sleep if I'm, really anxious or having a rough time. On a Friday, I started the day by marking work, and then I've just marked that I was deep in my feels. I don't know whether it was like a carryover of the previous night, whether it was because of my period, a combination of both plus more. No idea, that I was in my feelings. I then marked having a cup of coffee after work, and that I let my dogs in. My dogs are generally outside during the day whilst I work because they would cause so much disruption and chaos while I tried to work. So I don't bring them in until after I finish for the day. And so I've just specified here that I had some buddy cuddles. The other dog, Jet, isn't very cuddly, so he doesn't get a lot of cuddles, so to speak, just because there's some like aggression concerns there. So we tend to kind of stay out of his face, love him from afar kind of thing. And then that night I've marked that my football team played my husband's football team. And unfortunately, we lost by 20 points, which was not fun. My husband doesn't gloat or anything, but still, it's not fun. I've then marked that there was Planiface new releases. I bought like a new sheet of stickers and I always forget about using them. So this day I actually used them, which was good. And then to finish off Friday, we did actually watch a movie that evening. So we watched Scary Movie. Of course, I had to use my cute little Ghostface sticker, didn't I? And now we're on to the weekend. So on Saturday, I marked that I had a lazy morning. I watched a little bit of YouTube. I marked that I spent some time with the boys, aka my husband and the dogs. I have marked that we had a supernatural binge. And then I've marked that I got ready. So I got, I got showered, got clean, washed my hair, put some makeup on, because we actually went out to dinner that night with my in-laws for my sister-in-law's boyfriend's birthday. So that was nice. And then lastly, to finish off the week with Sunday, that is probably my favorite full box in the entire kit. Maybe the doggo is, maybe it's my second favorite. But again, I had a lazy morning that day, so I've just marked that I started Sunday with a lazy morning. I had my regular cup of coffee, and again, continuing on that lazy morning theme, I chilled out with my dogs on the couch, and once again, we did have a supernatural binge watch session. And then to finish out Sunday, I did mark that I did some tidying up, that I uploaded a video. And then on this night, when I went to bed, because basically when I read before bed. I like to read for like 20 to 30 minutes before I go to sleep. It just, I don't know, it's calming, it's relaxing, it helps me get tired. So that's a little bit of a routine that I had. And on this night, I started the next book of the series that I was reading, which was called Light. So that is what I marked to finish out Sunday. But that is it, you guys. That is this spread done. In just a moment, once I finish filling in the plans, you will see me take you through the kit leftovers. There is a little bit, but a lot of it's stuff that I don't generally use in my spreads anyway. So there is that. But if you are new here and you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. It does, of course, help support the channel and any future content. Again, like I said, any questions, drop them in the comments below. But otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up here. I will leave you guys with the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on the spread in the comments below. And I will see you guys very, very soon for another Plan With Me video. Thanks for watching, everyone. What was that? Take two. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.